being joined now by Lawrence Okolie out here in Poland ahead of your world title fight this Friday night against the champion WBC champ Lukasz Rozanski. We've just had the press conference, and I thought Joe Gallagher knows he's Polish, man. Like, it was unbelievable. He come out there and he started talking about that was smart what he done there. Google Translate.
No. I wish that I had a translator. It would have changed the whole dynamic of the press conference. I think he was being a little bit cheeky. But you know what? We're here now, and that just goes to show Joe's character as a trainer, meticulous.
Yeah.
So let's go and execute on Friday, and then we leave here and never have to come back here again.
Yeah, I mean, that was a smart move there by Joe. But look, let's go back to your last fight. Chris Billam-Smith. It was nearly a year ago to the day when you get in the ring on Friday night. You lost to Chris Billam-Smith. Punch resistance maybe not seemed to have been what it was. Was it a case of you growing out of that cruiserweight division? You're a great big guy anyway, but is that the case, and it's an obvious move for you to move up to Bridgerweight?
Yeah, I mean, it's been documented for a number of years, how big I was for the weight. And I think back-to-back camps, the year out, it was all a lot to kind of make that weight again and try and perform. And I felt a lot of my strength and power was leaving in the gym. So yeah, definitely. But you know what? All great experience, and we're going to use that going forward into this fight.
Yeah, Lawrence, talk to us about you teaming up with Joe Gallagher. How did that come about? Because it seems to have been like a match made in heaven. Tell us how that come about.
Well, it was a bit of fortune. I was called to spar Parker before his fight against Wilder, and it was in Saudi. So I went over there to get some working with him, and Joe was obviously head of that gym there. So he took my corner and instantly got to grips with my sort of style and what he wanted to see me do, and he coached me through the rounds. And from there I thought, okay, you know what, this kind of works. And then when we got to working, he obviously knows what I've done outside of boxing, and he didn't care. It's a long story short, he didn't care. All he wanted to see was the work, me pushing myself, and then every training session was hard. And then after we got a week in or so, he said to me, I just wanted to make sure you still want it. And that kind of solidified it for me. I said, okay, you know what, like, this guy, he's what I need at this stage of my career. Someone that's gonna not take any bullshit, just let me and push me to go through the gears.
I mean, Joe's an old school trainer, but he is proper Rocky style as well. He wants to strip it back. He said, I didn't want to make it easy for Lawrence. No, I didn't want him living in comfortable surroundings. I put him in the Moss side, and we've made it tough for him. And he said that he feels that that's brought the fighter back out in you.
Yeah, agreed. I think so. I think it will show on the day. I think, respectfully, when I win this world title, I'm going to treat it very differently to how I treated the WBO cruiserweight world title, because I definitely felt like I was getting complacent, or very much like, oh yeah, I'm world champion, I made all this money, just kind of, it's hard to explain, like, when you're not in the position, like, but it just...
You feel like you're getting bored?
It's just like, there's no excitement, no buzz, and then also it just felt like it was mine without me having to work for it at times, it's just like, I'm just meant to go in and win, but it doesn't work like that every time, and I found that out with David Light, and then I found that out with Chris. Despite me beating David Light, I should be stopping someone of that caliber. But yeah, anyway, like I said, I just feel like, going through the hard work, bringing bad bitches in, there's Scott Forrest, all the different people that I brought in, and, all of them have their own ambitions, and they were all pushing me every round of sparring. I know there's going to be no real surprises on the day, because I've been pushed in the gym, so I just need to push on the day myself.
Listen, we was out here when Alan Babic challenged Lukasz Rozanski. He lost that fight in a round. He went out there, he met him head on. We know what Rozanski's all about. He'll come flying out of the traps and he'll try and put a show on. But what you are going into is the Lion's Den, as in it'll be a hostile atmosphere. You've travelled well, but are you prepared for that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I boxed in front of 15,000 Bournemouth fans, and that's amazing experience. I think that to be quite honest, I feel like this could be a fight where it's been tailor-made. He is an aggressive fighter, but I'm obviously a tall, explosive fighter. So, if I'm able to execute, or when I'm able to execute properly, it makes for a show-stopping kind of KO. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so you're looking to show us a little bit of explosive performance, 100%. And you're not going to have to go looking for this guy.
100%. I think the guy's going to come looking for me, and then it's up to me to kind of just not get flustered. I think that obviously Alan, as much as I like him and he was in this camp, we're not on the same level in terms of like skill set and even shape. So I think that one thing I'm not going to do is go in there and just close my eyes and throw shots with him. I'm going to be picking intelligent shots, and I'm going to be hurting him when I land. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and Lawrence, just before we go, mate, I just want to touch on Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury. Usyk actually, he's your weight. He's your weight, 16 stone. That's where you're up to now. But I mean, what did you make of his performance?
Oh, spectacular. I think that obviously both of them boxed amazingly and, gave us a great fight. But you just have to take your hat off to Usyk. Always grinds and finds a way to get the job done. Beating I don't know how many world champions in these 22 fights, and just with that Olympic gold, 2 undisputed, holding all the belts at cruiserweight and then all the belts heavyweight, he has to go down as one of the greatest.
I mean, he would go down right now, though, as probably the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world right now, with what he's achieved there, because that jump up from cruiserweight to heavyweight and do what he's done is sensational, right?
And against all the different styles, I mean, we look at the Tyson Fury fight and we look at the AJ fights, those are 2 completely different style heavyweights. We've got a strong, explosive, good boxer in AJ, and then you've got a much taller, much more loose boxer in terms of Fury. Then you've got Dan Dubois, you've got Derek Chisora. He's done amazing. Yeah,
I mean, look, we've got the moving parts in the heavyweights at the moment. Looks like Dubois is now going to be boxing Filip Hrgović for the vacant IBF title. So that's going to become vacant. The winner of that looks likely to box Anthony Joshua September the 20th, Wembley Stadium. If you was Tyson Fury, would you go back into that immediate rematch? Because that's all about legacies, modern eras or whatnot. Would you go into the immediate rematch, or would you look to maybe go in and box Anthony Joshua, which would still be a huge fight, and then the winner of that boxes Alexander Usyk? I mean, what would the roadmap be for you?
No, if you're Fury, you're a winner. You've been a winner for your whole career. You want to go in a rematch. You don't want to do like a semi-final to Fury, especially where you only lost in a split decision. So you would, if you're going to carry on fighting, you'll go straight into a rematch.
Can he turn it around next time? Do you think Fury now will have that adaptability? We know he's got a great boxing IQ. He maybe got it wrong at the beginning of the contest. That probably cost him the fight, if I'm honest. I don't think he expected Usyk to go at him the way that he did. But do you think that he's got the ability to turn it around?
Oh, yeah, of course he does. It was a close fight. Both of them are great fighters, so you just never know what's going to happen on the day. Any one shot could change a fight at that level. So, yeah, definitely, man. Why not?
Do us a favour, Lawrence. The fight is live and exclusive on talkSPORT on Friday night. Could you do us a favour and look down that lens and tell the fans, the listeners, why they should be watching and tuning in on Friday night?
Tune in. Watch me get back to my KO ways. Very much back to my early days of explosive stoppages and just, I'm on my way to becoming the 2-weight world champion out of Britain. So let's get it.
Brilliant. Lawrence, best of luck on Friday, mate.
Thank you so much.